Hi, and welcome to another episode of Making Time with me, Kenzie Meredith. Okay, let's get right into it. On today's episode, we are making time to save a life. There are many stories of bullying, of suicidal thoughts, of suicidal attempts, and of actual suicide happening amongst our youth today. So today we are filming at a school. What better place to do it than at a school? To remind you that our children matter. They need to be first and foremost in your mind at all times. And so what we're going to talk about today is my life, my experience with suicide, what helped me, and what you can do to help someone else. So let's get started. Now, of course, if you know someone or if you yourself are in immediate danger, you have taken pills or someone else has taken pills, cut themselves, used any type of weapon on themselves, tried to hang themselves, you need to contact 911 right now in this moment. This is not time for you to think about it, for you to try and help. The best way you can help, the only way you can help, the number one way you can help is to call 911. Okay, now let's talk about me for a little bit. Okay. This is a little tough for me, so forgive me. One thing you may not know about me is about 8.5 years ago, I had major thoughts of committing suicide. And what saved me was my faith, my family, and my friends. These three things are super important in the life of anyone who is a human. We need these elements. We all need these elements. My faith stepped in when I couldn't sleep at night and I had a knife next to me and pills next to me and lots of alcohol next to me. And I was thinking about taking pills, chasing it with a drink, and using a knife on myself. I remember laying in bed, crying, in fetal position, shaking, and crying out, "God help me." That was all I could say in my lowest point. It was literally all I could say. And I don't know what it did. I don't know how it helped. I don't know what went on. All I know is I wake up the next day without having taken any pills, without having taken a drink, without having used that knife on myself. And so it was another day, and I forged ahead and tried to make the best out of the life I was living. I really thought that I was at my absolute lowest point. And that's the thing with suicide. People think they're at their absolute lowest point. They're hopeless, they're helpless. Nothing else is going to work. Nothing is going to make a difference. Life can't get better. The only thing you see are these negative thoughts in your head. The only voices you hear, voices telling you that you don't matter, you can't get ahead, nothing will work. You're going down in a ball of flame. And so for me, my faith and having that foundation of faith since I was a child really saved my life. My family, of course, super instrumental because my mother was the person I made my cry to help to. I called her one night, in the middle of the night. Actually, I think she called me. I can't even remember. I just remember we were on the phone with each other, and I remember saying to her, "If I killed myself, would you miss me?" And she flew into immediate mom mode. Immediate mom mode. Her only thought was to save my life. And she did that for me. She immediately started praying for me. And I mean praying for me. I don't think I've ever heard my mother pray so hard before in my life. She immediately began telling me how much she loved me and how nothing was worth me taking my life. And she immediately began engulfing me in this spirit of, I care, your family cares. There's nothing that can't be fixed. Nothing that can't be handled. And that's really what you have to do. You have to let the person who's experiencing this problem know that no matter what this problem is, it's A, not too big for God to solve. B, not too big to be handled. And C, something that they can overcome. We can get past it. We can get beyond it. Together we will push through it. What my friends did for me was, one of my besties, what she did for me, she walked me through the therapy process. She got me help, and she literally gave me step by step what I needed to do to move forward with the help. Because providing a person with the information is only one piece of the puzzle. The person then has to take that information and then go forward. And so it was 8.5 years ago, and it feels like it was just yesterday. Yeah, feels like it was just yesterday sometimes. But the reality is this: when you're the person that someone comes to, whether it's a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 15-year-old, or a 50-year-old, there are things that you need to do and that you can do. I know it's a responsibility that you didn't ask for. I know that. But the reality is, that's where you're at. You're the person that someone trusted enough to talk to share with. And so there are things that need to be done. The number one thing you need to do, if you are a spiritual being, if this person is a spiritual being, you need to immediately begin to pray for this person. I know everyone doesn't believe in God. They don't believe in the power of prayer. Coming to you from personal experience, it saved my life. If you don't know the religious position of this person, pray within. Pray within. Prayer could never hurt anything. It could never hurt. Prayer can never hurt. The second thing you need to do is engulf this person with your love, your affection, your attention, letting them know they count, they matter, they're important, and that you are going to do your best to get them help. If you're dealing with a person who is in immediate danger, meaning they have a gun or a knife or something of that sort in their possession at that moment, call 911. If you're dealing with a person who is talking to you about suicide, thinking of killing themselves, telling you life is hopeless, it's helpless, it can't get any better, they don't know what to do, they don't know which way to go, contact the National Suicide Prevention Hotline at 1-800-273-8255. This number is not just for adults. This is a number you can contact to get help for children. It's also a number you can contact to get help for veterans. For veterans, they also have a chat that's online with counselors and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And also the National Suicide Prevention Hotline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Please forgive me, I'm just so taken aback that I'm even strong enough to tackle this today. There's also a Spanish line, and it is 1-888-628-9424. And for more information on suicide, what the warning signs are, what you can do to help, if you're a counselor at a school and you need more information on suicide prevention and things like that, you can contact the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, and their website is www.suicidepreventionlifeline.org. Again, the number is 1-800-273-8255. If you're calling about a veteran, press 1 and you'll be immediately transferred to the hotline and the counselors who focus on veterans and their health. Again, if you need the number for someone and they are Spanish speaking, the number is 1-888-628-9424. And the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline website is www.suicidepreventionlifeline.org. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. So let's do our part in saving a life today, okay? Even if you can just sit and talk to somebody who needs an ear for 10 minutes. Let's do what we can do, okay? Let us all do what we can do. I'm not expecting you to be anybody's Christ. I'm not expecting you to be anybody's Buddha. I'm not expecting you to be anybody's Dolly. I'm just expecting you to do what you can do where you're at with what you got. You got yourself. You got your 2 ears. You can listen. You can talk if they have a question. These are things on your physical person. It doesn't cost any money. It doesn't require anything but your time. Someone comes to you for any kind of help, even if they just feel like, I'm having a bad day, I just need somebody to talk to. You never know. Your conversation could change their life, change the trajectory of their entire existence. Your one conversation with them. So do what you can. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.